Good morning. Today we're going to be making a low-carb appetizer. I'm having some friends over that I've known my whole life, and I just love them to death. And so they both watch their weight or have dietary limitations, and so I'm going to make something that's low-carb, but it actually has so much flavor. It just has a burst of flavor, and there's ingredients I use that make the difference. So today I'm going to just make a BLT wrap, and I'm going to be using Mission 2 net carb tortillas. And so we're going to put you down here so you can kind of watch what I do here. Okay, so there's our tortilla. And then I'm going to be using cream cheese. And you just spread it around. I kind of leave the edges open because I end up cutting so much off at the end of it. I know you probably have friends that you've known your whole life, and it is just so nice to be able to get together with them and share stories about when we were growing up and that type of thing, and also sharing what our life looks like now. So here I have the tortilla with the cream cheese. The next ingredient that I'm going to be putting in is some freshly fried bacon. Everything's better with bacon, right? And I don't put too much in because we're going to wrap this up. But I do want to make sure that everybody gets a little bit of bacon in their wrap. The next thing that I'm going to put on are some green onions. And here's one of the secret ingredients, and it is sun-dried tomatoes. And I've cut them up pretty small, but oh my goodness, when I serve this to people, they always ask me what that punch of flavor is. And it's the sun-dried tomatoes. So we're starting to get our BLT here with our tomatoes and onion and bacon. Now, there's something that I have started adding, which I think adds a lot of extra flavor, and that is French's fried onion. And I don't put too much on there, but it adds just a little bit of crisp to it that I like. And also, they're very flavorful. Just a little bit more. These girls that I'm meeting with tomorrow, we've just made a pact where we try to get together at least 2 or 3 times a year. And we notice that as we get older, it just becomes a little more of a challenge. What I'm doing now is just wrapping this fairly tightly. Saran wrap helps me to keep that nice. So we're just about done making our BLT wrap. Then I usually just keep it in this. I kind of roll it and even out, distribute the things pretty evenly. And the wrap just kind of helps me do that. So there we have it. We'll make sure it gets all nice and flat here. There's always those end pieces that just don't get much in it. You can't really help that much. But that's just more for the cook. So I'll cut this up a little bit so you can see what it looks like on the inside. I use a serrated knife. So there's our BLT wrap, and I'll refrigerate these and cover them until tomorrow. So I really appreciate you joining me while I make this great snack. As I've said in the past, I've taken about 40 pounds off in the last 5 years and maintain a low-cal diet. And I have so many recipes I'd like to share with you. On my Facebook page, I have a group called Victoria's Recipe Box. And I think it has about 300 people in it. And what I share in that group are low-cal recipes, keto recipes, and great guides on food substitution, taking a dish that's high-calorie, turning it into a low-calorie dish. There's a lot of information on there that I love. But I just thought it would be a great time to just share my cooking with you and how I eat a sensible diet, but I don't give up on taste. And a lot of things I make are so decadent and so delicious. I think you'll love them. So for today, I hope you're having a great day. Take care.